Okay, so it is Tuesday and I leave for a 4-day camping trip on Thursday, and I have not packed a single thing or have gotten anything ready. All of my kids, 3 of them, are home from school break. I've got a husband who's actually home from work this week because his truck is broken down. 2 of my kids have sports, baseball and gymnastics. I've got training to fit in, work, and I still need to figure out what we're eating for 4 days in the woods. So I figured, let's just film it, okay? All of it, the prep, the packing, the food, the workouts, what I actually eat when we're camping, and whether I actually hold it all together or completely lose my mind. So if you're a busy mom, you're trying to stay healthy and strong while your life is absolute chaos, then this one's for you. Let's go. But first, I have to hang all this clothing out here on this little tiny rack because, of course, our dryer decided to just take a crap. So before I even start my inventory checklist of the camper, I got to get this stuff out here drying because nothing is more disgusting. Well, there's a lot more disgusting things, but it's real gross if your clothes just sit in the washer wet because that smell just doesn't come out. So, fun fact, my husband's home this week because his truck engine took a crap, we think. So, normally he's not home. He has the boys right now. But normally he's gone like 85% of the time. So this is a little bit more calm than normal. First is camper inventory. Before I leave for all my camping trips, I take inventory of the camper. I first see what she says. I forget everything. Anyways, but I start with clothing first, see what needs to be brought out, and then I'll start in the kitchen. Usually I tend to keep a few things in here all the time. Like I try to just kind of rinse and repeat, meaning like when I'm finished camping, I get home, wash, dry everything, and then just kind of bring it right back out to the camper. Sometimes it doesn't always work that way. That's why we do a full camper inventory each time. I did not do a good job on rinsing and repeating and restocking at all because we have no towels, no washcloths, and barely any clothes. So little dude's things are back here in this closet. Shorty's things, nice and reachable for him. So this campground we go to normally in October for trick or treat. It's really cool. There they have like a big, huge setup. It's called Merry Meadows. And they also have a really cool pool and splash pad area that we've never gotten to try out. So this year we decided to book a trip in the summer to check out that area. Of course, they're calling for rain on Friday, but sunshine on Saturday.
And rain reflector, please.
You're welcome. Okay. Cool. So now we're moving on to let's go check out the bathroom. Okay, so the bathroom honestly shouldn't need much because we did go camping a few weeks ago. So I did stock like the shampoos and body washes, toothpaste, toothbrushes, like for the season there then. So I doubt we really need anything here. But again, it's always good to double check because like my daughter says, there's always something I forget, but whatever. It doesn't matter how many checklists I make or how many times I like go through everything. Yeah, it's true. I'm always forgetting something. I am. In this area, same thing. Like I know that the air pump my daughter took inside to fill up her tumble track thing. So I need to bring that back out. That was out here. I had dry storage stuff. I literally asked my husband if there's anything specific that he needed me to pack him, and all he said was peanut butter because he took the peanut butter out of here and took it into the house. So at least he told me that. So that was really cool because Usually nobody tells me anything if they take the last of anything out of anywhere. All right, now that I did camper inventory, I need to figure out what we're doing for dinners. So, or not just dinners, for food for the entire week, right? Breakfast, I keep my breakfast the same, which is typically these baked overnight oats that I pre-make in these jars, and then I just warm them up in the microwave. But they're really good, really high in fiber, really high in protein, and they just fill me up for a really good bit of the morning. So just like starting my day off with those, I know that they taste good, so I keep that the same. For the kids, they love pancakes and eggs and bacon, so I know that I'll have to put that on my list. And lunches, we tend to keep it really simple. In like July and August, when it's really, really hot, we normally just do like meat, cheese, and like cracker and fruit and veggie trays for lunches. We'll do that, or we'll just do like sandwiches, something easy. And then dinners, we'll usually do, the kids love mountain pies, which is like in the mountain pie maker. They like the ones with the bread, butter, pizza sauce, pepperonis, and mozzarella cheese. They love those ones, so we'll probably do those one night. And we also have the Blackstone, so I think we'll do camping nachos. They really love camping nachos. Camping nachos is, yeah, like a plate of nachos. I bring my protein chips, and we'll do lean ground beef mixed with refried beans, and then lettuce, tomato, banana peppers, peppers and onions, like sauteed peppers and onions in that, cheese. So they love that. So that's what we plan to have this camping trip. For me, for my lunches, I will keep those pretty much the same. I actually already have my meal prep finished for my lunches for the weekend, which is grilled chicken and potatoes, and I have 2 different veggies that I can rotate through, and I'll just put different sauces on those throughout the weekend for my lunches. And then for my dinners, so the night that they're doing mountain pies, I actually am not going to do mountain pies. I just, personal choice, personal preference, we go camping a lot, so it comes down to like, do I want to eat like all the camping foods every time, or do I kind of like want to spread it out and sprinkle it out? Like, I know how I feel when I stick to the foods that I know make me feel good, and I know how I feel when I go and eat other foods repeatedly that don't make me feel good. So it's easy for me to make the decision to stay on track, because I've been eating this way for so long. Like, after losing 100 pounds, you know, it becomes a lifestyle change to maintain it. So after going so long of eating a certain way, when you go back to eating like how you used to eat when you were 100 pounds heavier, like, you can feel the difference, and you can feel it pretty quickly. And like, I've even had people tell me, like with working out, I've had people come and work out with me for months and then leave for a few months and then come back, and they're like, wow, I could really tell the difference really quick. So same thing with nutrition and food. It becomes like almost like automatic, like an automatic choice of, okay, I'm just going to keep eating this way even if I'm away, or at least the majority of the time that I'm away. So anyway, for that night, I'll be having shrimp, and I have vegetables already prepped for that, and I'll probably do like rice with that. Now, the night they have the camping nachos, I'm also going to have the camping nachos, and at least for one more night actually. So we'll probably do like hot dogs and cheeseburgers, and I'll definitely eat a cheeseburger. I make sure that we get just like the leanest ground beef, and I eat the bun because we're not afraid of carbs around here. Just because I'm mindful of what I eat doesn't mean that I'm afraid of any foods or that I'm afraid to eat, because I know that food is fuel. We are pulling in to the parking lot at Giant. We are here to get our groceries for camping. Have everything listed here so you can park far away today.
I know, that's really crazy.
Did you notice it? The reason I did that was because I had 9,000 steps by 10 o'clock. So normally I park at the end of the parking lots to try to get extra steps in, but I'm feeling like I just don't feel like it because I've been really busy all day. Where in the world are the carts? What? These aren't where they normally are. The fruit. Hang on, wait, look. It was right there on the door.
It's an egg that's 100 years old.
An egg that's 100 years old. Who would eat an egg that's 100 years old?
People
What people?
like you.
I would never. Why would I eat that? Because what?
Protein.
Ew, 100-year-old egg. No, thank you. Now, I don't know about you, but I am definitely the type of person who blows up the belt a certain way to make it easier for bagging and putting away things. Story of my life, I get all of these groceries and my trunk is filled with baseball stuff. So now I get to figure this out. So there's always like a very specific order that I end up putting the groceries into the bags in. That way, like things that can go right into the camper, I can just put right into the camper when I get home. Things that need to go into the house fridge, they can go into the house fridge. Things that I need to prepare, those are usually in the same bag. So it just kind of like makes it a little bit easier, like organizational wise, instead of like having to take everything to the house and then back out to the camper. Everything just goes right to its nice little home from the car. No extra steps and trips. All right, I got all the stuff that goes directly into the camper. So we will head out there and then I'll put everything away right away. So I do have to be a little snappy, but paper towels obviously going underneath of the sink here. The cleaning rags going underneath the sink. Grab the peanut butter per request. Only thing I needed to remember per Sheldon anyway. Kids wanted to try these blueberry Sunny D's, so whatever, we'll give it a whirl. Oh no, what in the heck? There's a mess in the fridge. Like, what in the world? For some reason, it seems as though the refrigerator wasn't left open. So I'm gonna have to come back out here and scrub later tonight. We're back out in the camper. Tuesday night, like probably 8 o'clock. Just got back from baseball practice. So now it's time to put the clothing away. The way that I have the kids get their clothing for me is I basically write down on a little paper everything that they need to get, how many pairs of, you know, socks, underwear, swim stuff, shorts, whatever, shirts, and they go and get it and put it in the basket, and then I just carry it all out here. So after I do this, then I'll get all of the refrigerated stuff that has to go in the refrigerator in here, and I'll put that in the refrigerator a while because this will kind of like stay on until we leave. That way I have my space inside and we can at least close this up and we'll pretty much be ready to go. I do have to prepare food, but I'll do that tomorrow too. Starting to put things away. I definitely forgot things. I forgot the... No, I forget what I forgot. It's late. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. It's been a day, okay? Hot dogs. I forgot hot dogs.
And that's
You're putting that in the fridge? Thanks, big guy. Also, I forgot, like, potatoes, to do shredded potatoes for breakfast. All right, it's Wednesday, so we leave tomorrow afternoon. So I have some things that we have to prep for today. I don't really like to do much cooking while I'm there, so anything I can do beforehand, I try to do beforehand. So I make these camping pretzels. It's literally a bag of these. It's not healthy, by the way. 2 sticks of butter and 2 packets of these, which are really good. So you gotta mix it all up. And then you put it in the oven at 225 for like 50 to 55 minutes. They're just really, really good. So while I'm mixing this up, I also have peppers and onions. So I'll have this like with my lunches, but I'll also use this for our camping nachos as well. My baked overnight oats that I saw that it's like a peanut butter and jelly baked oats. So you can make them ahead of time, but they're warm. It's like a packet of these peak oatmeal. And then a half a cup of Fairlife, sugar-free jam, and then PP2 mixed with water. Real good. So I mix these all up, and then I just let them sit in the fridge, and then in the morning I pull them out, warm them up for like a minute and a half, and I've got my breakfast. Anyway, so last thing that I'm prepping to eat is the ground beef for the camping nachos, just because, again, it's just gonna be easier. We're having this when we get there Thursday night, so all we'll have to do is warm. Okay. It is Wednesday evening, and it's about 7:30, I think, and I'm taking some stuff out to the camper. That way tomorrow I really don't have to do anything, I don't think, for like putting anything in the camper. So I have the rest of the stuff that goes in the refrigerator, and it's my meal prep actually. So someone... Oh sure, come on in. Potatoes. I try to keep everything the same pretty much as when I'm at home. At least 2 meals the same as I'd eat at home. So breakfast, same thing I'd eat for breakfast at home. Lunches, same thing I'd eat for lunches at home, which is a protein source, a carb source, and a veggie source. So I prep those things so that I can kind of mix and match these things and make it really easy for myself. This is gonna be the ground beef for the tacos, or the nachos. And then I have green beans with me.
hello.
And peppers and onions. What's in here? Oh, here is my chicken and some green beans. But actually, it is supposed to stay in the house. This is my lunch for tomorrow. So this actually goes back in the house. I already weighed and portioned that out. I have my meal prep chicken from the Blackstone. So we started going to Bell and Evans, like instead of getting our chicken from the grocery store. So it's always all air cool. And so it's never been frozen, it's fresh. And it is so freaking good. It literally melts in your mouth. You can cut it like with a fork, and I don't think I'll ever buy chicken from the grocery store ever again. Good morning. It's Thursday morning, so we're leaving for camping this afternoon. We'll probably leave around, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock, I think is the, I have a few clients this morning. I'm going to the gym, getting my last workout in of the week. I lift 4 days a week, so leading up to a camping trip, like I said, I I like to try to get all my workouts done before I leave. This week I was able to, some weeks I'm not able to, but I make sure that I really push my intensity during all my lifts per usual. I don't do anything crazy to like try to make up for a few days that I'll be gone or whatever. It's just regular life. And if I wouldn't have made it to the gym my 4 days, I would just take along some dumbbells and bands and probably just do a workout in my camper modified just so that I didn't miss the day. And then as for like steps and movement while we're camping, I usually don't ever have a problem hitting my step goal because we're always just on the move, outside, busy, doing things, adventuring. We went camping, it poured the entire time, so I just had to get out of the camper anyways, so I always make sure I have my umbrella with, and I'll walk around campgrounds with my umbrella out if I have to, but I'm not sitting in a camper for 3 days straight if it's raining the entire time. There have actually even been times where I've left campgrounds a day earlier or so if I see too much rain in the forecast, because I hate tearing down when it's raining. Like, everything's wet, you have to put everything away wet, then you have to get home, you have to pull the camper out, have everything dry out. It's just a pain in the butt. So there have been times when I've left early too, if I see rain in the forecast, if we're like leaving the next day. So I'm not afraid to leave, really, especially if it was like a weekend where we just had rain the entire time, because that just sucks. Now you might be thinking like, Erin, why do you care so much about meal prep and taking food with you, certain foods with you, and why do you care so much about getting your workouts in and making sure that you're gonna get your steps in when you're gone? Like, and it's because I used to be 250 pounds and I absolutely refuse to go back there. And that was 5 years ago, right? And I had to change some things in order to get to where I want to be today, right? In order to lose all of that weight and get the energy that I needed to make it through the day to actually go on these camping trips and enjoy myself. So I made this my lifestyle. This is just my lifestyle. It's what I do because I know that it makes me feel good. So it's easy to continue to do, right? I don't like to get out of the routine or the habit of doing these things just because I'm going away. If I go away for like a week and a half or whatever, I still stick to pretty much the same routine. There are some things that I'll change. I do go out and have fun, and sometimes I don't track my food, or I'm okay if I like miss a workout or whatever. But again, I do go camping often, so at that point it's like you gotta make a decision, right? Like, if it's something that happens every once in a while, okay, but if it's something that is happening often, then I can't just like keep repeating this loop of just doing whatever the heck I want every single weekend, or else I will start having that back gain if I start getting out of the routine of the things that I know that make me feel good. All right, we are about to leave, getting hooked up now, but there's this cute little coffee trailer right down the road, and we're gonna walk up there and get a nice coffee quick. You guys ready? Oh, Declan's coming too. Yeah. I have all breakfast for my purse. Let's try this game. All right, we've made it to the coffee trailer.
We have parked the camper, and so this particular campground we normally only
that. We normally like come here in the fall, so this is the first time we've come in the summertime, but we came specifically for the splash pad pool area and the baseball field. But so this is our campsite right here, actually. This is where we'll be. So we parked, and my husband just says,
Can you show everybody?
"Do you want to take them over to the pool while I set up?" Yeah, please. Yeah, I would love to do that. Set up in peace, sure. Oh, that's super cute.
I found it. We saw it at the same time.
We hit up the pool while my husband sat in the camper, and then I went back for some
Out
fruit
to
snack.
do the long neck one.
Yeah. Got the pool towels out, and then we went for a walk, and we saw this cute little cars mock-up little area.
To say.
Came back to the camper, ate some banging nachos, and then we decided we were gonna go back to the pool. But the pool was actually closed, so we ended up going for a walk instead. We're adventuring down to a creek that we found. So hopefully we don't all get poisoned. My husband said, "Oh, this is going to be through the woods." And I was like, "No, it's not going to be like through the woods. I'm sure there's going to be a path." There's a little path. There's a little path. I don't know how far down we gotta go though. I don't know. Clearly I wore the wrong footwear here. This is where I was like, okay, I don't really think there's a creek anywhere near here. I mean, doesn't look like there is anyway. Oh look, we found the creek. Womp womp womp. There it is. Okay. And then we stumbled upon this pond, or two ponds. Did you see there's a bone here? A bone.
Pick it up.
No, I'm not picking it up.
Why?
And we're finally making our way out of the woods again into the campground. Oh. And then we stumbled upon this super cool RC track and cheered on Declan. Happy Friday morning from the camper. I have my baked overnight oats that I just warmed up quick. And then I'm also going to have this for breakfast and a banana. We gotta fuel if we want to make it through a busy day of fun. Meanwhile, my husband's out there grilling up some bacon. They're having some egg sandwiches this morning. After breakfast, we went and played a little game of basketball, which was super fun. And then I was going for lunch before hitting up the pool. Alright, tonight dinner is different for me than everybody else because they're having mountain pies. And I'm going to have chicken and green beans again because I want to enjoy a beverage and a s'more tonight, okay? But I also still want to hit my goals, so this is how I'm able to do that. So, I'm going to have one of these, chicken, also I'm weighing it for accuracy, and green beans. Alright, and that is my dinner for this evening, and then I'm having a s'more later. So the way that I track alcohol is you don't go by like what's on the box, actually. You go, or the bottle, or whatever you're drinking out of. You go by the calories. So you can either take the calories and divide them by 4 for carbs, or take the calories and divide them by 9 and use them as fats, or you can take the calories, split them in half, and whatever that half number is, divide by 9 for fats, 4 for carbs, split it up that way, and do it that way. But that is going to be the most accurate way to track your alcohol. Declan, how's your first ever mountain pie?
Good.
How is it? How many thumbs up? Real good. It is Friday evening, 8:42, and it is a beautiful evening out here. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm just out here getting in some steps while all the kids are actually out playing pickleball. So I thought, well, this is a perfect time to get in some steps because we spent the whole day at the pool, so not a lot of movement. I did get a walk in earlier this morning, but now I'm back out getting in a little bit of movement because the kids are preoccupied. It's beautiful, it feels nice out. So happy Saturday. My daughter requested bubble braids, so we did bubble braids that matched her swimsuit for the day, which was fun. Today we kind of unplugged and just enjoyed the day. Woke up around 8:30ish, had breakfast. I had my regular oats. The kids had egg and bacon sandwiches again. Lunch was actually a little change up for me today. It was deli ham, fruit, some camping pretzels, and then dinner tonight is going to just be cheeseburgers. But I figured we are out on this walk, so would give you a quick update. Not much movement because again we were at the pool all day long, which is another reason why we kind of stayed unplugged because we were in the water. It was really hot, beautiful day out, but right now we are kind of at this little, it's called the Hub, little family fun center thing. Declan, wait. Let's go. And we found the arcade. And the kids made a friend too. We always find lots of camping. The coolest part of camping is that all of the kids that go camping are outside kids, so my kids make a lot of friends. Saturday night they had like music and a DJ, and of course, you know, that was the last one out on the dance floor, breaking it down. Sunday morning in the camper, and okay, this site was really cool because it was a concrete pad. It didn't rain at all, so we didn't even take out our rug or anything. So that was really easy because I clean everything once I get home. So all I had to do was kind of like, you know, tidy up in here. So I make sure that everything is in its nice designated traveling spot before we close everything up and head out. And then when I get home, I'll immediately take all the bedding off and start laundry. I have all the clothing in this bag here because I forgot the laundry basket. So it's just in that bag there. And then I'll clean out the fridge, sweep and mop the floors, vacuum the carpeting floors, and clean the bathroom. And then wipe down. I already wiped down all the surfaces, so that part's already done. So when I get home, I do that immediately so that I'm not like stalling or dragging it out. It just gets done and then everything gets put directly back into the camper. All right, we woke up at 7 o'clock. It's now 8:43. About to hook up and get out of here. We are back home. It is 11:32 now. We actually got home at like 11:15ish, I want to say, and I already got straight to work. So I already have a load of laundry in the washer. The outside stuff like that was in the truck, like the chairs and coolers, all that's already unpacked. Camper's unhooked, and I have brought my laundry basket in here. I bring the laundry basket in to bring in all of the things from like the refrigerator, and then things that can't stay in here like bread, pudding. I'll bring pudding in because that's gross, but some stuff I keep out here, like cereal. I'll keep cereal out here, like mac and cheese, stuff that couldn't fit out here, I keep out here. So after we get all this stuff put away inside the house, then I'll come back out here, I'll sweep, mop, clean the bathroom. That'll pretty much be finished with the camper. So it's pretty simple. Not a lot goes into it. The most time-consuming thing is, of course, laundry. But that's whether I'm at home or camping, so it doesn't really matter. But overall, I feel like the camping trip just went really well. Everyone had a good time. Nobody wanted to leave. There's always really, really sad kiddos when leaving, especially if it's a campground where the kids made friends, and they did this time. They did. They made a lot of friends, good people. And that's the best part of camping, in my opinion, is the kids get to go out, have fun, try different sports. Like my youngest, he came in the one night, never played soccer before, came in, he's like, sign me up for soccer. Like, it's great, it's great. Being outdoors is great. You're not sitting inside, you're not telling you that they're bored every 5 seconds. They're out and you meet people. Alright, I stopped yapping because my husband is literally out there like listening to me like a freaking weirdo. And this is why I normally don't do these things, because he doesn't understand. He's not a social media person. He's not at all. He's not a social media person. He has no social media, nothing at all. So he really doesn't understand this. So, kind of funny, but he's definitely all the way out in left field. He thought I was in here singing. I realized I never walked you through my thought process on pre-tracking my food and kind of why I do that. So I do that so that I know that I'm hitting my protein goal, because protein is essential for me for muscle building, repair, recovery, helps keep me full, helps keep me from reaching in the pretzel bag too often, right? Fiber for digestion, okay? Carbs for energy, fats for my hormone health. Remember, I was 250 pounds, okay? I care about what I put into my body, all right? But I also like to have fun too. So sometimes I like to have a drink. Sometimes I like to eat a s'more. Sometimes I like to eat a big juicy cheeseburger and some pasta salad on the side, okay? But those meals don't happen all the time for me. It's very, very limited. So the way that I'm able to kind of like fit those types of foods and meals into my day is by making sure that all of my other meals stay relatively balanced and the same as they would always be, right? And again, not all of my trips are like this. Some trips I stay on track completely with every single meal, and that's because we go camping a lot. And it comes to like dinners and snacks and drinks and things like that for tracking. I then put those things in next. First I start with the dinner, because food is the essential thing here, okay? I start with the protein, make sure I have my proteins in, and then if I want a s'more, I will log that, and then I might have to adjust portion sizes on my carbs and my fats on some meals earlier in the day, so that I'm able to have those foods. All right, I'm almost finished mopping the floor here, which means that it's almost time to close up the camper for this trip. We are wrapping it up. Basically, I hope what you got out of this is seeing that you can have it all, okay? You can have the healthy lifestyle, you can have a fun trip with your family, and you can come back still feeling good about yourself and the decisions that you made, and still keep moving forward in your health journey. You don't have to feel like you need to hit that restart button after every trip or after every social outing. It doesn't have to be like that. There is a way that you can have it all. Wouldn't change a thing about this trip, honestly. I was able to stay on track with my macros. because I pre-tracked everything and before I even left, and I made sure to stick with it, because when I make a decision beforehand, it's a lot easier to stick with that decision. It's a lot easier to not say like, oh, maybe I'll just go off course and eat whatever on Saturday. Like, why would I do that? I already have the food prepared. I already have it logged in the app that I use to track my food in. So it's like simple, easy, hit my macros, had fun, enjoyed myself. But that is how I'm able to stay on track and enjoy myself fully while being away and not feel like the whole weekend was a complete wash, right? Like the whole weekend, like I don't come back Sunday or Monday morning and feel like crap. Like I don't feel bloated. I don't feel gross. I don't feel like I need to go and push extra harder in the gym because I screwed everything up, okay? That is that cycle that we need to get ourselves out of. And I believe that this is how you do it. This is exactly how you do it. Now, can you do something like this every single day? No. We're not fitting our macros in to have exactly what we want every single day. Every single day can't be a treat. We need to be consuming mostly whole foods most of the time. But if you do that most of the time, then when you have weekends like this or days like this or trips, then it's a lot easier to control, and you're not in that like binge restrict cycle, and you're also enjoying yourself. So you kind of like get it all, and you're still able to enjoy your time with this like beautiful balance.